No! And I'm the number one white knight against it. Hello and welcome to another episode of Nerd Age. This is the show where we talk about everything nerdy. My name is Mick. With me, as always, are my co-hosts, Jonah.
Heyo.
Josh.
What's up?
And Corey.
Hey,
what's up? What up? Welcome to the show, guys.
I don't know where to look.
Look at
Is that why you laughed?
Look into my eyes, bro. Yeah. If you like what you are, I guess, listening to this, please consider subscribing to our YouTube channel, leaving a like and comment down below, and sharing it with all your nerdy friends out there. With that being said, we're going to jump into some Ahsoka.
Yeah, Ahsoka dropping. Well, Ahsoka's dropping tomorrow. At
Tonight,
6
right?
p.m. No, tomorrow at 6
Yeah,
p.m.
they changed it.
Oh, wait, today's Monday.
Today's Monday,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, I thought today was...
So they actually moved it up.
actually-
We don't have to wait till midnight. They're going to drop every single episode at 6 p.m. So no excuses now
on Tuesdays.
on Tuesdays.
Okay.
So
Was that the excuse before that it was midnight stuff?
I don't know. I'm just going to assume it was an excuse. I'd stay up till midnight and watch it. And
I
I'd be
stayed
like,
up
"Hey,
to
Josh."
midnight and watched it. Yeah.
I stopped getting invites from Josh to come over and watch. So
What's
I
that?
assumed they were going to sleep, But anyways.
You're the reason I started watching at midnight, because then if I didn't watch at midnight in the morning, I would get a text like, "Dude, crazy! Can you believe it?" That's spoiler.
Wow.
That's spoiler,
That's
bro.
not a spoiler.
Yeah, it is.
It's just
Can
they
you
say that was
believe it?
crazy isn't a spoiler.
Yeah, it is. Then I'm like, something crazy happens.
Yep.
Now I'm spoiled.
Spoiled.
Wow.
Yep.
Wow. Anyways, here at the Nerd Age podcast, we are huge fans of Ahsoka and Star Wars and Dave Filoni.
Dave Filoni.
And so we, as always, when a new live action Star Wars comes out, we try to do our predictions of what we think is going to happen. It's not really what we think is going to happen, but who's going to show up. Okay, so we actually have a trophy this time. Corey's supposed to paint it.
Yeah, I'm working on it.
But
It's getting there.
It'll
at
be
last podcast, it was still unfinished. But we got some time. I've got
Or we won't, dude. After this, maybe I won't paint it.
okay.
Jonah.
Well, maybe you won't. But I want people to know that
Jonah,
that's
don't make him
enough.
upset.
I've got 40 of these. Who's going to show up? Now, how we do this?
Yeah,
Just
that's a
here
lot.
rules. If you're listening at home and you want to follow along too, write down. If you want to play.
Get
write
out
down
an
what
old
you think.
pen and paper,
Get
you know?
Make sure you have 40
a whole
lines.
notepad. And so I'm just going to go through these. Some of these are lame. Some of these will probably never happen.
Jonah, don't say that.
But I just kind of, as I was doing the Rebels rewatch, I would be like, oh, that's a character that could potentially show up. So,
Okay, a lot of that,
So just so you know.
Okay.
I sent this out when there was 20. I've added another 20, and I've changed one. The first one was going to be Anakin, but we all know he's going to show up.
I'm going to say no.
So I'm saying we'll move on to something different. So are you guys ready? How do you guys want to do this? Do you want me to just go in the same order that I have you here? I've got Mick, Corey, Josh, and me last. But do you just want to kind of...
I don't want to go in the same order because I don't want to choose the first time every time.
Okay, so how we'll do
we need to
it
switch it
is
up.
I'll give mine.
We'll just do snake draft style. Like you'll be first, and then Mick will be first, and then Josh will be first.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the number one that I have here for Ahsoka predictions,
Are you writing these down, or do we have?
I have them written down.
But are you gonna?
I'll put a yes or no.
Okay.
And again, the rule is if you get it right, if the character shows up, it has to be physically showing up, not a mention.
But like a hologram or something. Counts.
Hologram counts.
You have to a painting.
A painting. I'm going to say a painting counts.
So Ezra, we already know Ezra's in it. Then.
Well, he's not even on this list because we know they cast a actor.
I'm just saying.
He was
like-
in the hologram.
Yeah.
So.
But like visually seeing.
You have to visually see them. It's
Okay.
not just like a reference or a mention of somebody.
What about
You
a
have to see
voice
them.
recording?
Dang. So Kanan's already in this
How do we know Kane is in
because
this?
he's in the
mural.
on the wall.
Oh, okay. Then we're not doing.
Thank you.
No.
My point
No,
exactly.
we're not doing that.
Bonus point.
We're saying
Corey.
like
Bonus point me.
well, I'm saying like a holo.
I get a
Like
bonus point, I
if
might
they have
finish
a
the painting.
hologram where there's like a message and the person's playing. Does that make sense? Like I'm talking to Vader or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We'll figure it out.
Okay. So number one, if you've watched Rebels, you know who this character is. But the Bendu, I'm the one in the middle, right? The Force dude.
Force moose.
The Force Moose.
Yeah.
He's made out of like bark, right?
Yeah.
It's like shrooms.
Shrumps.
So here I go. I'm gonna say I'm doing a yes with this one, which is
The Bendu.
Mick. What do you think?
I'm gonna go no.
Josh.
It's a no for me, dog.
That's a new no for me, my boy.
Okay. All right.
I mean,
Mick.
It's the best strategy.
I just don't think he has a strong enough, connection.
The reason
the
I
main
say
characters.
yes is because I think he had a moment with Thrawn. Right?
Sure.
And Dave Filoni likes putting weird Force stuff, and he would be an interesting character if you have Ahsoka like meet with him through the Force in some way and talk about that middle ground, middle balance, not light, not dark. She's kind of not a jet. So
Yeah.
I just think that might be something. If I'm thinking Filoni be weird enough, the Bender would be a thing to bring into live action that would be kind of interesting.
I think you might. I wonder if you're going to be in a state of mind where you expect too much out of this.
Oh, absolutely. It's going
I
to
think
be.
you're going to ruin it for yourself.
Oh, no. I won't.
Oh no! I think you're not going to be as happy as you should be.
Number two.
No.
How many episodes are there? Are there 8?
6? Was it 6?
6?
It's 8.
8.
Yeah, it's 8.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought it was really short. Was it 8?
I'm pretty sure it's 8.
8 episodes, but each episode is 10 minutes. So
Frick.
Well, the first episode's 52 and the second episode's 30 something.
Yeah, so you get an hour and a half movie. That's
Number
great.
2, Mick, you get the first on this.
bring it.
Leia.
Interesting.
It would have to be technology and deep fake. Would they go with that? At this time, she's part of the...
And this is taking place around Mando time.
Yeah.
Oh, shoot. I'm going to go with yes.
Okay. Josh.
They showed Mon Mothma. They showed other
Sure.
people in government.
Okay. You got to answer.
Sure. Hologram Leia.
Okay.
Oh.
No.
So if it's it's human, then Josh doesn't get the point?
Yeah, he went. I'm writing that down. He said hologram Leia. I'm also going to say yes for the same reason. They show Mon Mothma. She's technically part of the government at that time, and they're trying to ask them for help and say there's a threat coming. It would seem like a good time to put her in there as a hologram in that one scene to just be like, oh, there's Leia. Cool.
I was going to say no originally, but I talked myself into it. Gosh dang it.
You got
It looks like Corey's winning right now.
100%.
Number 3 for Josh is Luke Skywalker.
Ooh. Oh. See, originally I was going to say no for Leia and yes for Luke. Nah, no Luke.
No Luke. Corey?
My heart wants to say yes. But my brain is smarter than that, so I'll say no.
Okay. Mick.
No, it's your turn. Isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Guys,
Sneaky.
I'm going with a yes here.
my guy.
Mick?
Oh, man. I'm going with Corey. I'm going no.
I mean, I'm trying to kind of be like, is it too? Are we going to the well too often? Would people be against it? Would it make sense in Ahsoka's story?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Here's my reason.
but
Jonah has a reasoning for everything.
Here's my reasoning for it. That I've thought about this, guys.
Well, you
my
made the
reason,
question,
Dave
so.
Filoni, 6 months ago or during Celebration, he said, there's a scene that I've been thinking about for years that I finally got to do. And it was crazy to me. So I'm like,
I think it's. Gonna
I've
be,
changed to yes.
How
Anakin Force Ghost talking to Luke. Gosh dang it.
I think it's gonna be Anakin centric.
I think if he's doing that, there's something with Luke that would make sense. So that's why I'm going yes with Luke. Corey, Han Solo.
No, that was so easy.
No.
Jonah said no.
That's me next. I'm gonna say
You're saying yes because you say yes on every series to Han Solo. You'll eventually get it right.
Well,
right?
here's the thing. If I say that's the problem. If I say no and then he
you're
shows
wrong.
up,
What kind of Han Solo fan would you be?
exactly. I'm saying yes.
My boy.
Mick,
I'm going no.
Josh.
Nah.
Okay.
They're reasonable.
I get number 5. Obi-Wan.
Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Yes.
So it'd have to be a flashback.
I'll give my reasoning in a sec. I'm gonna say Obi-Wan. Yes. Mick.
Were you first on that?
Yeah, he was. Yeah, I'll go yes.
Okay. Josh.
But I don't feel good about it.
So Obi-Wan's already had kind of interaction, in Rebels with us, with them. So there is a possibility, I think. And also, because Obi-Wan maybe wasn't the best accepted, maybe people didn't like it as much as they maybe should have, or maybe they didn't deliver as much. Maybe a yes.
I'm going no.
Okay. Corey.
But I don't know. Would they really do Obi-Wan again? Why would they? No. He's got his own job. There's no reason for him to be involved.
I think there's going to be... I think this show is going to be full of flashbacks. And I think there's going to... One of the questions on here is the World Between Worlds going to play into this? And I'm saying yes, we're going to see that. Then I think we're going to get like flashes of things, and that's where you get it. The other reason I think so is they technically were filming Obi-Wan around the time Ahsoka was like being made, so it would be easy to get shots of while he's in his suit, can we get a shot of this? So that's why I'm like and also his wife is Hera, and they've talked about how cool it was that they were both in Star Wars, so that's my reason.
Okay, cool.
Mick, you get Hondo, the pirate himself who shows up in Rebels.
Oh,
Dave Filoni finally.
right, Hondo. Yeah.
Was he also in Clone Wars?
Yeah.
He was in Clone Wars and he was in Rebels.
And he's at the Galaxy's Edge.
He is. A very like weirdly realistic animatronic.
It's pretty sweet.
Yeah. Oh man.
I like the character.
Do we know if he's still around?
If he's still at Galaxy's Edge, then that means he's still alive.
He could possibly be
Right,
there.
because that is canon.
Yeah, it's like living canon.
I'll go yeah. Sure. Why not?
Josh.
I'm going heck yeah.
I'm actually going to go yes on this, just because he has a very strong connection
I'm going yes as well.
to them.
I didn't.
No one's seen him before, so I think he'd be good.
Yeah, and I didn't think so. But then rewatching Rebels, I was like, he kind of has more to do in Rebels than I remembered.
Yeah, he's a playmaker.
And it would be one of those characters that people haven't been asking for a while.
Yeah.
That even if it's a short scene where they're like, Ahsoka needs to go find something, information, and then Hondo shows up. Josh, Kylo, Ben Solo.
No.
No? Okay. Corey.
I don't know, man. There's some part of me saying yes. I don't know why, but I want to say. I'm going to say
dark
no.
side.
I'm going to say no. I'm going to say no.
Okay. This one's a tough one
What
for
if
me.
he did though?
Because it's Kylo or Ben Solo. It could be a young Ben Solo. All it has to be as a kid.
Yeah.
Why do I want to?
Why do you
I
want to
haven't said no on any of these.
I know.
Uh-oh.
And I was like, I'm going to say no on some of these, and I haven't.
Because you like the idea of it, right? You'd love to see it.
Well, again, so there's two options this could be. This could be a Ben Solo. They need to eventually get to the point where Luke takes Ben. Because I think we're going to see that in either a show or a movie.
Need it?
I think that you do need to see
I
that.
don't think they need it.
You need to see it in this show, though?
No, but that's what I'm saying. Eventually you need to get to that point, but you don't need to show that moment, but you could show Leia having a child, or if there's the world between worlds,
Why? How
and
does
they
this-
connect, they want to connect the sequels in, they would have a shot of Kylo Ren or Ben. But I'm gonna go no.
Oh wow. Okay.
I'm going no.
Good for you, man. Proud of you.
Did you do that one?
Yeah, I said no.
We all said no.
I started that
Yeah.
one.
So Corey, you get Ray. Will Ray show up?
No.
Okay.
That wouldn't make sense.
Again, I'm saying like if it's a vision through the Force,
You mean like
world between worlds,
Right.
and she sees a vision of the future.
I mean, it totally could happen, but I'm saying it's
see,
more likely not.
That's
but
where I'm banking on.
I bet
that.
it's like a 20%
I'm saying no.
chance.
Mick?
Yeah, I mean,
Yes. Okay.
I mean, literally any character could show up
Right.
using the world between worlds.
Well, which one do you think is more likely? This is really what it's about?
It's. I would say no, but
Okay.
the fact that like that is there, it theoretically anyone could show up.
Josh?
Nah.
Okay. Din Djarin Mando. Is that for me? Yeah, because you got Ray, Corey.
Interesting.
I feel like they have kept this universe connected with Book of Boba Fett had episodes with Din in it. I feel they want to keep that character like at least knowing where he's around. I'm gonna say yes.
I'm going no.
Josh?
Nope.
I think I have the same thought process as you. I think that they want to somehow, because the idea of this is to tie it into a greater movie, right?
Yeah.
I think yes.
Okay.
Even though they've already tied it in with Ahsoka joining Mando, but yeah, I'll take a risk.
Okay.
I've been safe this whole time.
Number
I'll
10.
I'll take risks.
For Mick, Boba Fett.
No,
Okay.
that didn't feel good.
Josh.
Nah.
You can take it back if you want, Mick.
Corey.
I'm sticking with it. I'm sticking.
Yeah, that's a no for me, dog.
I'm going no as well.
Yeah.
Although, I guess we can go a little bit. Josh. Rex.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm gonna say yes as well. Actually, on Rex.
Okay. I'm saying yes. And then Mick.
Yes.
Wow.
Okay. Here's my thing. If you're gonna have Rex, why not have Boba Fett? It's the same actor.
so dumb.
Well,
that's
if it
why.
doesn't-
That's
if it-
why not.
If
That's
it-
why not.
If it doesn't serve the story.
Okay. And then, so here's the next one. Cody. We got Rex. Are we going to get Cody? We know in the Bad Batch, Cody leaves the Empire. So technically he's still alive. Was that like, hey, let's plant these seeds to then you're going to see what happened in live action to Cody, which I think would be kind of interesting, or have him show up in live action. And again, you're using the same actor. You just change the color of his
Armor.
armor.
Yep.
Josh, this is you. And the Lego came out with Cody in it. Not a Lego set for Ahsoka, but
Just the Lego
Clone
set.
Wars.
Lego set, dude. And then it Legos on top of it.
Dang.
So, I really want to say no, but I think it would be nice to see Cody.
But your heart says
I'm going
yes.
to say yes.
okay, Corey.
No.
Jonah's a yes.
All right.
And Mick is a
No.
okay. Looks like
I just don't.
Mick and Corey are in the lead again.
Just think about.
That's what happened last time. Is Jonah and I kept being like, yeah,
My heart says yes.
Yeah. Jonah's like selling Josh on it.
I know.
Legos? Yeah.
Corey, Darth Maul.
Oh man.
Freaking world between worlds.
That's the part that just
Yeah.
keeps bringing me into the there's like a 20%, 30% chance yes, but I don't think it's as rewarding just thinking about the greater public who'd be watching this. I don't know. People like Darth Maul, but you don't really know Darth Maul unless you watch the series, the animated series. So I'm gonna say no.
I'm saying yes. You want my reasoning for it?
Sure.
Okay. Reasoning for it is rewatching Rebels again. He has a huge role to play with those characters.
Yeah.
And what
Dave
happened?
Filoni loves Maul. He's always brought him back.
Yeah, but
So what I'm thinking is the way he shows up is through like a vision, like a force vision of the dark side or something like that.
I mean,
where you see something
if
quick.
this was a show about Ezra, I would say yes, because there's a way strong connection with Ezra directly. Like there's that whole stint, but it's about Ahsoka and Sabine, so it's like
Right, but all it takes is one episode
for sure.
to have like all these things in it that you're just like, that was like the craziest Star Wars episode ever.
But how likely is it?
Not very likely.
Exactly.
Mick,
Oh my word.
No.
didn't convince you? Dang it.
No.
Josh?
I feel like there was like a leak of pictures.
Whoa.
I think that was fake.
That was a fan film they were doing.
Nah.
Okay.
Yeah, that was a fan film they were doing because it was Mandalorian fighting like a guy in that was like 2 years ago or something.
Yeah.
Who was next? Me? Bo-Katan. No. Mick.
Is Bo-Katan showing up?
Man, I'll go no.
Okay.
She's probably busy with other
She's busy.
stuff.
I'm gonna say no.
Corey.
No on Bo-Katan.
She's got a planet to build.
All right. Mick, you got Palpatine.
Ooh.
He's dead at this point.
Palps.
He's dead well, he's technically not dead. Somehow he returns.
Somehow he
he's
returns.
yeah.
But if flashback or World Between Worlds,
Oh man.
Or a
Now,
poster on the wall.
I'm gonna say no, but I wouldn't be surprised if they like are still like planting seeds of his return in some way, like they've been doing with the previous shows. But for him actually showing up, I'm gonna say no.
okay, Josh,
No palps.
Corey,
What's your heart tell you?
well, I mean, you guys are right. They've been planting the seeds for clone work. Would Thrawn have communications with Palpatine? Would we see that? Or would your amazing dream of a series of flashbacks of key moments happen and we see Palpatine and Darth Vader or something like that? I'm going to say no.
I was going to say no, but you just convinced me.
Yes. I mean, I think it's higher than 30% chance. I think it's like a 40% chance for Palp.
No, I'm saying yes on that.
Yeah, I think it's
Josh,
good.
here's an interesting one, I think. Plo Koon, one of Dave Filoni's favorite Jedis. He was, when he got hired, he was doing a fan film of Plo. He had his Plo Koon armor
Plo
and
Koon's
all this
armor.
stuff. He was Ahsoka's, who found Ahsoka. Would we get something either through the Force or a flashback of Plo Koon?
It's like all these.
Everything's open because it's like through the four. Could he possibly see that? And as much as I would love to see it, I'm gonna say no.
I think that's a reason why this series is exciting for us. Like, we love Ahsoka in general, and we love Dave Filoni, but also the potential of, we don't know what they're gonna, the story they're gonna tell. Like, and there's so much when they involve those World Between Worlds stuff. It's like, what's gonna happen? So, no for me, but it is exciting to the possibility of it.
It's a yes for me, dogs.
All right,
Mick?
No.
I'm really gonna be bummed when I don't get that mall. Here's my only thing. There's certain characters that I'm like,
okay.
For example, Rebels had no business bringing in characters that you're like, that was just
Like Darth Maul.
like Maul, Thrawn, like these characters that you're like, there's no way this would
Wedge.
No, I mean there was even an aspect of that, like, Wedge Antilles is in this and that kind of stuff. So to me, it's like Dave Filoni tends to be like certain characters that he might do something crazy.
Porkins is coming back. World Between Worlds.
Did you do Plo Koon?
Can't shake him.
So, Corey, you get Yoda.
Yoda,
World Between Worlds?
my old master.
So he's technically dead, but we have seen him as a Force ghost. And here's let me give you a little insight.
I like how
He's trying to sell it to me. I like it.
In Rebels, he appears to Ahsoka while he's still alive, but in a Jedi temple. Will we see kind of that? We have seen in trailers Ahsoka like going to see some temples. Would we get a Force ghost scene with Yoda appearing to Ahsoka in one of those temples? That might be something to...
Right.
Filoni has done that before.
I'm just trying to weigh my options. Like, what Force Ghost would be a higher likelihood to see join Ahsoka or Sabine? I don't think Yoda's on that list. I don't think so. I would love to see Yoda. Big Yoda fan here.
I'm going yes. After watching Rebels,
All right.
I thought the
Jonah,
moment...
I'm just worried about how many characters you're putting in this series. We only have 8 episodes.
I know.
I'm worried about that.
Like average of 10 an episode.
I'm just worried about that.
It's all right.
Okay.
I mean, I just feel like...
you do know that they have
it's
like
good
new
for content.
characters,
Guys,
too?
this is good for content.
All right. Oh, okay, good.
They
Mick,
have new characters they have to put in.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Like the new Sith guys.
No.
Josh.
Yoda.
Nah.
Looks like I gained a point on you guys. Was that you?
Yoda.
R2.
R2 to you.
R2D2. I feel like this is a pretty easy one that they could do. Mm-hmm. Right? You don't
Immortal.
You don't need to pay an actor, and you can just have him roll up around
Yeah,
and chop
it's a
and be
piece of
like...
metal.
That's more Chopper, isn't it?
He said Chopper was going to say that to him.
Chopper's
Oh,
gonna
I
say
thought you
that.
said it.
Arch and try and murder him.
That's a good chopper then, if you knew it.
But he's with Luke at this point. So that means if we see Luke, we're seeing R2.
But we've also
And I
seen
said-
that R2
The webs.
just does his own thing.
And so what did
we
you
saw that in Mando.
Oh.
He dropped him off.
Yeah, but that was
Yeah,
that was a rewrite.
Yeah, that was a rewrite.
Well,
Confirmed.
that's real world stuff, bro.
That's real
So,
Wordle, bro.
I said
That's
Luke.
Wordle.
I said Luke showing up, so Luke's with R2, so R2 has to be
There
a
you
yes.
go.
Mick.
Well, I'm going no.
Okay.
How about
Josh.
I'm going yes.
Oh, Corey.
Wow. If Josh said yes, then I'll say no.
Okay. Mick, C3PO.
No.
Oh,
Okay, that was easy. Josh.
actually, higher likelihood.
I think
actually.
if Leia shows up,
I think higher
he's
likelihood.
with Leia.
Since I said no to Leia,
Josh is
I'm
a
locked
yes?
into a no on.
Corey,
No.
C3PO.
Say it.
No.
Just say yes, dude. You know you want to,
I'm going to go no
but it makes sense. Why would you say no to that?
because you guys said too many characters.
Yeah, true. Actually, you're getting smart.
Josh. This is a big one.
Ooh.
This is one of my favorite ones that I hope shows up.
Okay. This is just a giant wish list of Jonah's.
Padme.
Heck no.
What are you stupid?
No. Corey.
Didn't they say something? What was it?
I haven't heard anything, but
Padme showed
I'm going
No,
world,
I just-
world between worlds.
I just remember. I
What's
remember.
going to happen in the world between worlds?
I remember.
She doesn't die of sadness?
I think they. No, it was just like they. Someone was interviewing her, and she was like, "Yeah, no one's really approached me to revisit."
Which
the
they all
Confirmed, no.
So I'll say no,
I'm going to say yes.
unless she's a great actress. I don't know.
I'm going to say yes. I think we'll at least see her dead body being.
That counts. That counts.
Gruesome. Oh, there's a spider on the wall over there.
That's the tiniest thing ever.
Spider's a Spider-Man.
You're like Crystal, dude.
I'm going with Josh. I'm saying heck no.
Okay.
Nice. Got him.
Spider dead.
Oh, he didn't die?
Forever.
Nah, dude, you didn't blow him up.
I'm not
It
putting
sounded
my
like
feet
you
on the
blew him
ground.
up.
Oh, I did.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh,
But his body fell behind the.
Kill confirm.
hey,
Yeah.
as long as he's dead. You know?
All right, Corey.
Yeah.
Callus. Agent Callus.
Oh yeah.
He's a rebel now.
Is that
Guy.
Mr. Mutton Chops?
Yeah.
He actually, I would say yes to this.
Okay. Smart move. That's a yes for me.
Yeah, I don't think there's any
Mick.
risk. It's a new character that they
He
could
was kind of
introduce.
with the group, wasn't he? Towards the end?
With the Rebels.
He was with the Rebels
Yeah.
on Yavin
and
base.
he officially went and joined the Rebels.
I'll say yes. Yeah.
Okay. Josh.
I'm going to say yes.
Yes.
Kanan.
Yes.
Oh, that's to me, or is that to you?
That is to you.
Oof.
Dang, bro. I know my
here's
answer.
the
I'm
thing.
so glad I'm
Freddie
last.
Prinze Jr. said he didn't want to do it. So would you get another actor to play a live action Kanan?
Yeah, they're doing it with all of them.
They're doing it with all of them.
Wait. He was in the painting, wasn't he?
Yeah, but we're saying
not
that
counting.
We're not counting it, yeah.
Oh, all right.
it can't be a painting. It has to be like with movement, something with movement,
Oh, movement. What if it's a...
So it's a hologram. It's fine. Or like a hollow picture.
like them talking. It can't just be like a picture. It has
What if
to
it's a Harry Potter painting?
be- no? Kanan, yes for me. Mick,
Mick. What's going on in your head right now?
Well, I mean,
talk to me.
I think what you had said before is
Right.
like it's an Ahsoka show. Mm-hmm. Wasn't he?
And Sabine.
And Sabine, but wasn't he more like involved with what's his face?
Ezra.
Yeah. So that
And Sabine though.
yeah.
And I will say, if Sabine had a first master, it would be Kanan.
She did teach him.
That's my opinion on it, and that's also the fact. I don't know why I said that's my opinion. That's my
there's a
opinion.
hill I'll die
and
on.
it's- and I'll. Yeah, exactly.
Oh man. Shoot, dog.
What are you gonna say, bro?
I gonna say no.
Wow.
Josh,
Wow.
Nah,
Wow. Wow.
nah, I'm going to go now.
Corey. After all that,
Yes, because
My
I
man.
also think what's her name, Syndulla.
Hera.
Yes, I think she also might have a flashback or a memory of him,
Oh, she's got a picture of him that she shows to her kid.
and it
I'm
moves.
changing my answer.
And it moves. It's
Picture doesn't
animated.
count.
She
Animated-
flaps the
animated
picture in the
for show.
wind.
So Mick,
Bring it.
Jason Syndulla, Kanan's son.
I don't remember this character at all,
He was at the,
He's
end,
at
of
the end
Rebels.
of Rebels.
He's a little kid
Yeah.
with green hair.
so I'm gonna say yes.
Okay, Corey.
Why are you skipping me, bro?
what's that?
Oh,
F?
Josh.
You trying to skip out on my points? That's a yes from me,
Corey.
and you know why.
I think I have to say yes after that. You got some. Yo, what information do you know? They got casted.
Tell him, Jonah.
The Lego set.
Lego set.
The
Okay,
Le-
yes.
the Lego,
dumb, dude.
the Lego
ghost
ghost
Lego
has
set.
man.
Jason
You guys can't
Syndulla.
do that.
Jason Syndulla.
And they changed his hair to brown though, so
Lego has gotten stuff wrong
stupid.
though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
They,
mean, they haven't always been
Not
perfect,
today,
but-
bro.
Not today.
Josh Zeb. We saw Zeb
yep.
in Mando. Okay. Yes. Corey.
Yeah, I think so.
Jonah. Here's the only thing I say about this. Did they show him in Mando to be like, hey, you see him now? We're not going to see him in Ahsoka. That's kind
like
of
it's too expensive.
yeah. So, but I'm going to say yes.
No, they'll still show him.
Mick.
We'll get a
Yes.
cameo.
Josh Vizago.
No,
He's the guy with the broken horn in Rebels, who's kind of a
smuggler.
smuggler. Yes, Josh.
No.
No.
Yeah.
Corey, no.
Good on that one.
Wait, is that Vizago? I thought Vizago, isn't Vizago the red one?
No. Vizago is the guy with the broken horn, and then the red guy's the.
Yeah, what's that guy's
I
name?
can't remember.
I'm
I'm gonna say no. Although I could also see like
Vizago looks like.
Vizago and
Something world between worlds, right?
no, I can see
Oh, he's got two black. He's green, dude.
Vizago and Hondo are working together at the
Okay.
end, right? So I'm like,
Oh,
if
I remember
Hondo
this
shows
guy.
up, then you have Vizago. You know, I'm going back on this.
Well, you're saying yes to Vizago?
Saying yes, I'm Vizago.
Bro, he's not worth
Mick,
the
no.
makeup or CGI, bro.
26. Who was next?
Corey.
Okay. What is that?
Grogu.
Grogu.
If they show Mando, they're gonna have to show Grogu because they're
I
living
said
in
yes
that same
to
place.
Mando, so you're trying to lock me into a Grogu. I see what you're doing. You want me to get two negatives. I see what you did there.
He got you.
I think that everyone loves Grogu. So yes, why not throw him in there?
And they've got the puppet. Yes. Jonah's a yes.
They've got everything.
That's the only reason. Oh, we got that puppet lying around somewhere.
Shoot. They don't have
Put him in.
No.
Josh.
Nah, brah.
cowards.
All right. 27, it changes up a little bit because this is a location.
Okay.
Does the location have to move?
Tatooine. Will we see...
Isn't it you first?
It's me, but I'm letting you guys know. Will we see Tatooine? Boba Fett's on there. I said no on Boba Fett. I can't see Ahsoka going to Tatooine unless it's like...
What did you say on Obi-Wan?
What?
What did you say about
I said Obi-Wan, but I said flashback.
Ah, okay.
I don't think it's going to be current Obi-Wan.
Right.
Well, I mean,
Obi-Wan's dead. Unless he's a Force ghost.
Still hanging out on Tatooine?
Right, but you don't think it'd be anything... right.
Like, go back. Is there any value in seeing Ahsoka, like nostalgic value seeing Ahsoka on Tatooine?
Why?
That's what I'm at. I'm just asking. I'm just going through the thing.
Yes.
Is there a nostalgic value?
Yes.
So, no for me. Mick.
Dude, what do you...
I said
Play
no.
the game.
Oh, my bad.
I said no to Boba Fett, so I'm going to say no.
Okay, Josh.
I hope we don't see Tatooine again.
Yeah, I'm
Ever
good.
again.
I'm good.
Corey?
I don't know about ever again, but I'm good.
All right, Mick, you're up with another location, Coruscant.
Oh.
The New Republic has changed capital cities, right?
Yeah.
They're on
in
Hosnian Prime or whatever.
Mhm.
So keep that in mind. But
I would love if they showed more Hosnian Prime and less Coruscant, because that would give a lot more weight to what happens in the sequel trilogy. Gosh, Coruscant. I mean, the Jedi Temple's still there, isn't it? Still doing Jedi Temple stuff? Where's that gone?
don't know.
I don't know. Technically, I think Palpatine took over it.
Well, it's not doing... it's
It's not doing Jedi
stuff.
things anymore.
It definitely is owned.
Shoot. I guess, no.
Okay, Josh.
No.
Corey.
Interesting. Just a quick sweep of the Jedi Temple and you win. It's that easy.
That's got a point on you guys.
Wow. I could have this in the bag. Just one frame, Filoni. That's all I need. I'm going to say no.
And I'm saying yes, because I think they're gonna show us in live action Ahsoka walking away from Anakin, and that happens.
Oh, I say yes.
on
I say yes. I
Coruscant.
say yes.
Sorry,
I say
you guys already said
I
it.
say yes. I say yes. I change it.
Sorry, can't change it now.
You sold me on it. You're so smart, Jonah. I say yes.
Okay, let me change your yes.
You can put an asterisk on it.
Who was next? Shoot.
Yeah.
Naboo.
Naboo fighter. Say something else from Naboo.
Jar Jar.
Darth Jar Jar.
Naboo.
You think he can jump like that normally?
We
bro?
haven't seen it in any other thing yet.
Yep, Jar Jar
And
on the
Dave
list?
Filoni loves
He
Naboo.
loves Jar Jar.
No, I'm just saying. All I'm saying is there's a connection to Padme. If we see anything with
I already
Padme.
said no for Padme. I already
Yeah,
said no
bro,
for
get
Naboo.
outta
We're
here.
moving on, bro. That's
no.
in the past.
No,
Corey.
No.
Mick. Oh, me. I'm gonna say no on this one. Mick.
No.
Okay.
You're crazy, bro.
You did Naboo. You got Mustafar.
Mustafa. Oof, it could be a yes. Wow. I see this as a 60-40 split. That's how I see it. Man, he totally could be there. Just a shot of him. You know? No, I'm not going to commit to that.
It's a yes for me.
War Between Worlds, baby.
Oh, gosh.
Mick, what do you think?
No.
Choop.
No reason to show Mustafar.
Yeah, I think that
Why not?
I think the
Why?
stories of Anakin are going to be in Coruscant.
We're not going to see. Why would we see Vader? For one,
Yeah.
we want to see Anakin. We don't want to see Vader anymore. We already saw Vader and Obi-Wan.
Where does
We
that-
want to see
Because
Anakin.
this is my theory. Because I think
Your theory's trash.
my theory is we're gonna get.
true, though, but-
my theory is
Whoa.
we're gonna get her dealing with, like, I could have saved Anakin.
Wait, quick question. Where did Ahsoka fight Anakin in
On Malachor.
On Malachor.
Malachor? Okay, just double checking. See, I think there'd be more option of that one coming back. To like, because people who didn't watch that, like just normies, they wouldn't.
They're just
know.
going to do a recap of everything that happened in
I
Rebels
know,
in live
dude.
action.
But that was so sick, you know? Okay.
Who's next?
Probably me.
Malachor.
Yes. That's awesome. That's really funny. That's awesome.
Corey, yes or Malachor?
Yeah,
Because
I want to try it.
there is the aspect of if you see that scene, that's on Malachor.
It's a higher risk thing. This is not a above 50% chance. This is like a 35% chance, I would say. But I think it's such an interesting moment in their relationship that I think would be a cool thing to show to people who didn't get to watch it.
Okay, I'm going to say yes. Mick?
And that's such a specific scene with the World Between Worlds too.
Dang. It's also a whole world. Could be anywhere on Malachor.
I really don't know.
Dang it.
Josh?
Think about it, Josh. Think about what would Dave Filoni do?
Nah.
Dang it.
Okay. Darksaber, I'm saying yes. The reason I'm saying this is obviously Sabine had the Darksaber. Even if we get a flashback to when she gave it up, or
It's broke now. It's broke
so, I'm going to say yes on the Darksaber.
And paintings don't count.
Paintings don't count.
unless animated, or they speak to you.
Mick,
No.
Josh,
No, sir. I'm not sold on it.
Mick, you get Camino.
Camino Saber Dart. No.
Josh,
No.
Corey,
I don't think so. Come on, bro.
again, the only reason I'm thinking of this
Because World Between Worlds.
is if there's
Dude,
if
they
they
can't
show different places.
So do you think that? Do you think she's just gonna run it back and like go back up?
She's just going to be running through every single movie.
I think she's gonna go through the World Between Worlds to do kind of what.
But you know she's gonna have a purpose to do that, right? So she's
Right.
gonna have one thing to do.
But so when she talks to Ezra about changing things, he wants to go back and change things. He says it doesn't work that way, but that's because she's spent time there. So I think we're gonna get her coming to that conclusion where she's tried to change things and she's realized that she hasn't been able to. There's a point in Ahsoka's story that we haven't seen her come to that realization. In Rebels, we see the part where she's like, she doesn't believe it's Anakin, that Anakin's Vader, and the Force keeps telling her. And then, so I think we're gonna get.
But this is post Rebels.
You're right, but I think we're gonna get.
she had
I think
already-
we're gonna get flashbacks to her younger life.
He's banking on these flashbacks.
That's what I don't think it's just gonna be like Ahsoka
Dang.
now. I think we're gonna get a lot
okay.
of
Okay.
backstory.
I get you. Good luck.
But
I think it's a lot.
I'm gonna
luck to you,
say
sir.
I'm gonna say no with Camino.
I don't think they're going to invest as much as you think in flashbacks. I think they're going to do it.
Yeah, all I need is one episode that has a ton of them.
Yo, it's going to be like the whole episode.
Just a flip book of
Good luck,
This,
bro.
where it all hinges.
Good luck, man.
The World Between Worlds. Is it actually showing up in this?
So what are we going to count as World Between Worlds? The actual, like,
The place, the plane. We've seen what we saw in Rebels. We have where she can see multiple different.
the portals and
We
stuff
know
like
what
that.
it looks like. The little.
The paths.
Was there only
There's
one like entrance to it on that one planet?
No, because Palpatine's was able to get in through a different. They talk about there's different. There's multiple ways to get there.
Well, this is Josh's.
You did Camino?
I had Camino.
Oh,
he
that's
said,
nice.
it's a Camino saber dart.
Josh. You better say yes because this is what all my arguments hinge on.
It doesn't matter what I say if you say yes. I mean, I think we're going to see some form of it.
See, that's the thing.
Like it's too,
Yeah.
it's like in the logo, you know what I mean? Like the typography and stuff like that. So the imaging is there.
To what degree will we
So
see
what,
it?
yeah, whether or not it's like she's jumping through time and space, I don't know about that. But
Well, let's make
we'll
sure
see
we
a little
agree.
bit. We'll see.
Let's make sure we all agree on what it is then.
Yeah. It can't be a reading on any digital device or
No, it
a
has to be the-
projection of it. It has to be
If
the
she
actual
would
have
thing.
to see the
if she
portal,
walks
right?
through that portal, then that's the world
Yeah, but
between
if
worlds.
she also remembers it and visualizes it when she was there,
Right. If we
that
see her
counts
there,
well.
yes.
Yeah.
Anything like that.
Yeah, I would say like not like there's writings on the wall that indicate.
Yeah.
No,
I would
she
say
has
that's
to
not
be
it.
physically in that
Yes.
in the world
Right,
between
yeah.
worlds.
Or remembering it.
Yes. Yeah. We'll know when it's the world between worlds.
So you're saying,
I'm saying yes.
and I'm saying, it's pretty tough because, like, man, their whole branding, their whole logos
Yeah,
about
that's-
it.
that's
What's
what I'm-
the what's your percentage?
Oh, my percentage on this is 60-40, but for them going to
So it's a yes?
world between worlds. Yeah,
It's got to be a yes for me. If not,
I think it has to be. I want to have like a winner where you all say yes and I say no and I get it right. I don't think this is the one.
I don't think so.
Mick?
Yeah. I think it's showing up.
number 35. We got 5 more. Cad Bane.
Cad Bane. No, it's me, right?
Yes.
So no, I'm good on him. I think it's just because I don't really like him as much.
The only argument is that in a book that came out recently, they mentioned the little beeping was him calling
signal to-
a signal. So we know he's probably not dead. He's a Dave Filoni character. Would Dave Filoni bring him back in this for some reason? It's a possibility, but I'm going to say no.
Yeah, I'm gonna say no.
Josh.
I'm gonna say no.
Yeah, I think it's too like. I'm just trying to think of all the villains and stuff they're gonna have.
We already have a blue guy with red eyes, and we don't need another one.
And they have 2 like Sith kind of like
Yeah.
people. Yeah.
Who's up?
You.
Any member of the Bad Batch.
Okay.
So Omega, Hunter.
This is gonna be an argument again though, because they have more Morrison.
Yeah, but it has. I mean, but it has to
look-
be the
they look
character.
different.
It has to be the characters specifically.
Yeah, but that's your argument though. They already have the actor. Why not just use?
Well, yeah, but I would lean more towards them casting a character to play Omega than
Omega.
to do
Omega.
Hunter or anything like that.
What if they cast Tamar Morrison
Oh yeah, but I just think
as Omega?
they would be.
They're clones, man. You know.
I'm gonna say no.
I'm gonna say no.
Nah.
Take a risk. No. Dang it. I think Josh is gonna win or Mick.
37.
Dang it.
Fen Rao.
Hunter or the
Is Mandalorian.
Yeah.
There is rumors that there's an actor that's playing him. The guy from Grey's
I
Anatomy.
don't remember this character.
Fen Rao is the
Leader of the Protectors.
leader of the Protectors, and he's voiced by the actor that plays one of the doctors in Grey's Anatomy.
Patrick.
I can't-
McSteamy?
No, he's
how do you spell Fen Rao?
It's like Fenrau.
FENNRAU.
Okay.
He's the one that basically he's working for the Empire. Sabine comes and they rescue him, kind of, and then he's
have
the
a
one that
picture
kind
for
of
me?
pushes.
He's a redhead. He wears blue armor.
He pushes like Sabine to do the Darksaber stuff, and then
That guy's in
Mandalorian.
Grey's Anatomy?
yeah. But that guy, there's rumors
yeah,
have been for a while. They didn't know if it was
That kinda
for
looks like him.
Yeah.
for Mando or
He's also
For
in the
another
Maid of
show.
Honor movie.
Oh.
but he's the voice actor. So
No comment.
So, Mick.
It's a pretty good movie. No.
Josh?
I'm gonna say yes.
Corey?
I like that. I'm gonna say no. I like that.
I'm going to say yes on this one for the same reason. There's been rumors for a while that he's going to play him. I think it makes more sense in Mando, but then when rewatching Rebels, he does have a relationship with Sabine as far as like all that goes. So where are we going to see Sabine? Right? Where do we pick up with her? Would he be with her? It's kind of a thing that I'm like, he'd be an actor that you can bring in pretty easily. He looks like him. Obviously, it's the same voice. So I'm going to say yes on that.
Hey, let's get things straight here. I'm not caring about rumors. I'm just believing that he's going to be in it. That's why I'm saying yes. Not
Nice,
these
nice.
extracurriculars.
Last three are kind of out there, I guess. But we're going to go with the father.
That's me?
It's you.
That's you.
Holy smokes. Nah.
Okay. So for if you're listening, you don't know who the father is. He's in the Clone Wars. They go to this planet, and it's the father, son, and the daughter.
Yeah.
The son is the dark side, the daughter's the light side, and there's this whole thing with Ahsoka. Ahsoka basically is killed, but the daughter sacrifices herself to bring Ahsoka back to life. And ever since then, there's been like a little bird, I can't remember what they're called, that
Fondor?
that follows her around, that's the same colors of the daughter. So that plays in with Ahsoka. The entrance to the World Between Worlds has their a mural of them, the father, son, and daughter. It's a Dave Filoni thing. Would he go that crazy? If he goes that crazy with World Between Worlds to see the father again, and it can't be a painting, it has to be the characters. So Josh said no.
Yeah, I think it's just a step too far.
Okay.
So no.
Corey said no. I'm saying no on the father.
Because I think the World Between Worlds is already crazy enough.
Yeah.
I think that's going to be hard to, get people accustomed to it or okay with it in Star Wars. So
Yeah, I'm saying no on the father as well.
Okay.
be interesting though.
Corey, you get the son.
No.
No? I'm saying no on the son. Mick?
Nope.
Josh?
Nope.
And then I get the daughter. I'm saying yes on the daughter.
Does the bird count?
The bird doesn't count.
Okay.
But
Is the bird on the list?
the bird. This is the last one. No bird on the list.
The bird on the list.
Mick?
Because didn't we see the bird in Mando?
Yes.
I mean, if the bird was on the list, I would say yes. But the actual daughter...
Has to be her. It can't be a picture.
That's right.
Gosh. I mean, out of the three, I feel like she'd be the most likely, but...
Just takes one Force ghost.
Yeah, I guess...
I don't.
You know what I mean?
Or
No.
flashback.
Or
You
flashback.
say no?
Or World Between Worlds.
Or moving picture. I think I say no.
Josh?
I'm going to say no.
Corey?
No, sir.
The reason I'm saying yes is I feel like there's, again, if it's an Ahsoka story and you want to get people to go back and look at certain things, but also give fans, you don't have to do a whole scene of something. You can just show something and fans would immediately know, oh, that's cool. And people that didn't know would be like, what was that? So to me, it's like, I think they might do something where in the Force, it might be something quick, but you see that moment. I think that would be kind of a cool moment to see in live action.
I don't think most things you say we don't think it isn't cool. We love it. Honestly, there's a lot of cool stuff we would love to see. It's just, I don't know. It's risky, It's like it'd be out of left field. You'd have to somehow.
If you don't take
Makes sense
chances
of
in
it.
life, life's not worth living.
That was profound.
It was profound.
It's good stuff.
Anything else? That's the 40.
Wow. That's a big list.
It flew by.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, I think the whole trying to tie into OGs into this, I think that's I'm not sure on that one.
I think
It was hard when you guys were all yes on. I think you all said yes on Leia,
Yeah.
and I was like, I don't know.
I think
What's the point of it?
I think eventually they need to do that. If he's making his movie that's going to be the culmination of all this, then I think you need to have those characters at least be involved in it.
Contact.
But I think there might be a way to do little cameos with this and then eventually have them do scenes.
Maybe. Yeah.
But it could go either way.
Yeah, I think that was probably the biggest difference for me on Leia. Han Solo, nah. But yeah, that's interesting though.
We'll get to find out.
How old is Leia? Just like a young adult?
I mean, it's a couple years after 4
After-
years after Return of the Jedi.
Yeah, right. So she's just chilling. Yeah. Could be.
But we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
That's
We don't have to wait that long.
yeah.
By the time this is out, I don't know
Few
when
more
you
hours.
upload it, but
I upload it tonight.
there you go. So
We will be talking about Ahsoka obviously every week, and kind of seeing who's as characters show up. I'm giving myself points every time, so we'll be keeping the count going. We also are going to be doing the giveaway. We talked about this last week.
Yep.
But Crystal's doing a really cool Ahsoka print that we will be doing a giveaway probably towards the end of the series. We'll kind of do the season, maybe around the season finale, do like a big giveaway extravaganza. But make sure
probably the
you
last
stick around. Stay tuned to all the stuff we do on Nerd Age about Ahsoka if you're interested in that. If you are interested in kind of doing your own predictions, I know there's 40 of them, but as you're listening to and you want to write down, go ahead and just post that on, wherever we post the episode, either on Facebook or you can do it on Instagram or TikTok, whatever, and we'll kind of just keep tabs on that and play along with us. We're going to move on to just kind of some random news. The first thing is Mick and I watched Blue Beetle actually. Yesterday.
Hey.
So we're going to do a little review. Probably not spoilers.
Yeah.
Because I don't think a lot of people have watched it. So we're going to do a non-spoilers review.
Is there big reveals in this movie?
No, I mean, well, there's some things that I wasn't expecting that I thought were pretty good.
I don't know.
But Mick, what do you think of Blue Beetle? You being a white man in a Mexican movie.
I didn't understand the movie at all. No. I thought it was a fun movie. It was very just kind of popcorny. The movie didn't take itself too seriously, and it didn't really hinder the movie in that way, which I think in this current landscape of comic book movies can really hinder the movie. But for me, I think it worked for the movie. It was goofy without being like overly ridiculous. You might disagree in some areas, which is fine, but the main actor, what's his name?
Solo.
He was awesome. He was really good in the role. Definitely had like the heart of the movie. He was carrying it. And his just enthusiasm in the character was really just fun to watch. So he was very enjoyable, really well done. I think all the actors, for the most part, were pretty good. George Lopez actually was good in the movie. He was one that I was like really kind of unsure about from seeing in the trailers and stuff.
Yeah.
But he actually did a pretty good job. And he actually had some good emotional moments in the movie as well, which was good.
Yeah, I think him as a main character, the guy that plays Blue Beetle, Jaime, he was really good, and his acting was really good. Mm-hmm. It does feel like a early Marvel movie, like Iron Man, the first Ant-Man, like similar tropes, but it kind of feels like even that same, like the humor worked a little more for me because it wasn't like I don't know. I feel like as Marvel has gone on more, it's been like, okay, I've seen this before, but this one kind of had some fresh elements too. So it did feel more like a first Iron Man, first Captain America, the first Ant-Man kind of Marvel movie, which if that's the kind of stuff you like, you're going to love this. So yeah, I thought it was better than I thought it was going to be. Like you said, he was really good.
Yeah.
The suit looks really awesome.
It's right up there with like some of the best Spider-Man suits as being like comic book accurate. It's really, really well done. The eyes are perfect. The legs that come out of his back
and even how his mouth moves when he's talking, like it looks really good.
I think in other iterations you actually see his mouth, but with this, I think it wouldn't have really worked.
Yeah.
So what they did is they like really like showed his jaw moving, and I think some of the pieces of his mask you could see movement.
Yeah.
Which I just think works better with live action.
Yeah, it was good. I think the weaknesses for me were the villain is not good. Susan Sarandon is just kind of your generic.
So bland. So like she's a bad guy because
and her
she's
acting
a bad
was
guy.
bad.
She was not good.
She wasn't good, and so that was an issue for me. I think George Lopez was actually pretty good. And I thought he was going to be like annoying, but he actually was pretty
That's
good.
surprising, dude.
Super
Batman's a fascist?
And it fits with his character. Because his whole character is like he's paranoid of all the government. But there's the best part of this movie is I think the dynamic between him, Jaime, and his dad. And they do some really good stuff that's really heartfelt, and it really works well. Like you feel the emotion with what happens between those two characters and the family, but I feel like they go way too far with the mom and the grandma, where it gets to the point where I was just like rolling my eyes, like how goofy and cheesy it was. The grandma is absolutely terrible. The actress is not good, and they do stuff that you're just like this. It bothered me to a point where even Melissa was like, she's like, that's dumb. They kind of push the envelope too much to it gets to a point where you're just like, okay, now it's completely unbelievable and it's really cheesy. So that was it brought the movie down quite a bit in my opinion.
It's in the trailers where you see the family helping Blue Beetle doing stuff, and what they do in the movie is just it is a little over the top, especially when the grandma's, doing stuff.
So what you're saying, John, is if they got rid of the female characters, this movie would be better.
No, because I think there's I thought the sister was good.
Worked.
The sister works really well, and the love interest works good. And so it's just the mom and the grandma, their acting wasn't good, and they gave them too much to do to the point where you're just like, that would never happen. I know this would never happen anyways.
It's unrealistic.
But there's a level where then it just starts to get ridiculous when it's
the line.
too over the top.
It just kind of got to the point where it was like, why don't they let the Blue Beetle do these things?
Exactly. Yeah.
And, I get that they're like,
it's family.
it's family, it's Fast and Furious family style. It's, really,
there were several
really big
moments
right now.
too where I was like, Vin Diesel should have totally been in that scene when they're talking about it. He should have been like, amen, brother. Yeah. So yeah,
I end the movie with a barbecue in the backyard.
Carne asada?
Not far off.
I'll say this.
Little carne
I
asada.
leaned over to my wife towards the end, and I was like, "This is Encanto." Like this is,
singing house
I said, "Where's Bruno at?" And as soon as I said that, like
Bruno popped up.
Something happened that was like very similar to Encanto. That I was like, "Oh my gosh, this is exactly that movie." So there's some tropes they do with Latin culture that, to me, just felt like hitting you over the head. There's some jokes in there that only Latin people are going to understand, and I thought they were pretty funny.
Sorry, Mick.
Yeah, I lost.
Well, I mean,
I just laughed because
explain it to me.
laughed because everybody else was laughing.
No, I mean they have Chapulín Colorado showing up
nice.
and stuff like that you're like, those are, and they have references to a soap opera that was really popular in the early 90s. And they go back to that joke like 3 or 4 times, and Melissa was loving it, but I think Mick was just like, yeah, okay. So I don't know. To me,
That's funny.
the other thing that was like a mixed bag was there was some music in the movie that was really good that I was like, that's really cool. And then they would go into like some stuff that I'm just like, why are you doing this?
The main theme is actually pretty
Yeah.
good, but they do the thing that again is just really popular right now is just throwing like pop music into stuff where it's like I really wanted to
Yeah, I don't
like
that.
his first transformation scene. It's played as more humorous when actually what's happening to him is pretty like terrifying. And you see that in the trailers too, but in the movie it's tweaked a little bit where it's like I think they slapped a kind of more upbeat, ridiculous song on there.
It's like a reggaeton song. It's just, and then they do this. One of my pet peeves in comic book movies is when you can have an epic moment, they slap some rock song on it that you're just like it just feels so out of place.
Is it painted black?
And instead of me like enjoying the scene because I'm like, oh, that's epic. I'm like, pulls me out of the movie because I start being like, why did they pick that song?
Although you did like the moment in Joker when he is fully Joker and he's like dancing down the stairs. You like the music in that?
Yeah, but that's not.
Care to explain?
That's not really an epic. That's not
Explain
really
yourself.
Got him.
That's not really an epic moment. Right?
You don't think that was epic?
No, it's not really an epic moment.
Epic.
And so for me, the aspect of it is like perfect example was Flight in Man of Steel. Like that music just fits so perfectly.
Yeah.
And it's epic. And then this is like,
It's all right.
okay, why are you picking that? Why are you picking that song? It kind of just takes away. And they did that even with his transformation. The same thing. It becomes just a big joke. He's hitting into a bunch of things and like, I'm like, you should have a moment where your heroes are epic. We talked about that last week on the podcast.
Yep.
And so when they play that, I felt like the epic moments of Blue Beetle came towards the end and they didn't last as long because it was kind of like undercut by the humor or the family or the grandma doing her shenanigans. And I was like, you didn't need those characters. Same thing in Black Adam when they had the little boy, right?
Gosh.
That I was like, you don't need that character to kind of be like running around on his skateboard and doing this stuff when you can have a hero that's doing it or the Justice Society. It just seems like when you start putting your focus on other characters, I didn't come here to watch Grandma and the mom. I came here to watch Blue Beetle. So,
yeah. I mean, that being said, though, like I said, he is still like very much the center of the movie. He's the heart of the film. Like it's still there for sure. But yeah, there just are times where it's like, I want to watch Blue Beetle right now. I don't want to watch.
I'm sure there's plenty of moms out there that are happy to get some representation for all the
absolutely,
hard work they do.
That's true. Yeah. What would you give it as far as your rating?
Man, I liked it better than Flash.
It's better than The Flash and better than Black Adam.
Yeah, I would definitely say that. I don't remember what I gave those two, but
I don't remember either.
I don't know, like a 6.9,
Okay.
6.8.
Yeah, I'm hovering between a 6.3, 6.5, so I'll give it a 6.5. I'll go on the higher range.
Rotten Tomatoes has it a 92% audience score right now. So pretty good on the
Is it
general
what,
audience.
80?
74 for the critics.
Oh, it went down. Okay.
So interesting. The majority loves this movie. 92. That's a lot higher than I thought it would be.
Yeah, not a lot of people have seen it too, so that's all the Latinos that have seen it.
Wow. Yeah, it hasn't
And
been much.
one Mick.
The one white
There
guy.
was a lady in our theater that was laughing at things that I was just like, what are you laughing at? And it was like laughing, like loud.
Very loud.
She was laughing in the trailers, in the commercials
gosh.
before. Hey, you guys!
No.
She was laughing.
No.
She was laughing.
Was she on something?
I don't know, but hey, she was a happy woman, so
There you go.
I'm a cynical man. But yeah, that's Blue Beetle. If you watched it, let us know what you thought. If you disagree with us, there's a lot of people kind of on the TikTok when I did my review. People said they really liked it. So I mean, you reading those reviews.
92%.
I mean, I just don't think a lot of people have watched it. It's not making that much money.
Well, I think a lot of things that you guys said would resonate with the general audience. I think some of those awesome jokes and stuff like that.
I think so.
And I think when it's interesting because, our take on music, we have very strong opinions on that, but I think it is looser when it comes to the general public. I think people are more okay with having an epic moment, maybe be a little bit more funny or, crazy with a different style of music.
Well, it's kind of the James Gunn kind of what he did with Guardians of the Galaxy,
Right.
that's been kind of like followed, and people love that.
People love
it's just
James
not
Gunn.
my cup of tea, but
Yeah.
I will say too, the visuals in the movie actually are really good.
It looked
Yeah,
good.
they're
I think they're done really well, especially with like practical stuff with his suit. Like you can tell that he's actually wearing a suit.
Yeah.
It's not a CGI mocap thing
Yeah, it's
that
good.
Marvel just does all the time, which
and
I hate, but
it's crazy too that this movie is a way less budget and looks way better than The Flash.
Oh, yeah.
Like
Mine-
that
mine's
to
better.
me is
Dude, that's-
incredible.
That's crazy.
to me.
That's crazy. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, I was bummed I didn't get to watch it. So I just got busy, so I didn't
I
get
mean,
a
you still
chance
have
to.
time to watch it.
Oh, no, I'll still watch it.
Oh, not.
No, it's been spoiled
I
now.
want you to
Yeah,
tell
you
me what you
spoiled
think
it.
about Grandma.
It'll probably bother me. But I'm kind of bummed that it's not doing better because I really like the actor.
I
He
think
seems like
I think it should be doing a lot better than it is.
Yeah.
I don't think it's that bad of a movie.
Yeah.
Did they use
make
the I want to rock band like that, or it was like who does it, Lil Uzi or something like that? Did they use rap songs in some of the moments?
They used some rap song. They used I don't even know what.
I just want to rap.
They use a lot of like
Yada.
Latin and
Oh, okay, so they did more.
Mexican and stuff like that, like Mexican artists.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Okay.
Okay,
Like they have like
cool,
Selena and other things, people like that. But
nice. Finally, some representation for us.
Hey, so, I'm so excited.
What would Melly rank it? 10 out of 10?
I think she
She seemed like she liked it.
She enjoyed it, but then the third act, she got like, what are they doing?
Yeah.
Because it does feel just so over the top that it's like you took some characters that were decent and made them so
Like
I don't know,
unbelievable.
just so
Yeah.
goofy.
Yeah.
And I just felt like it took away some of the epicness of it. The third act I think is probably the weakest part of the movie.
Yeah, I mean, there's things too with some of the villains that I think it really kind of hinders itself.
Yeah, and on that note too, there's kind of like the white lady's the bad person, and all these Latinos that are working for her kind of realize, yeah, we're all Latino. We need to stand up, kind of thing. And I was like, it was too. There's a way to do it, but it was too
Did they
heavy-handed.
make like jokes? I don't want to get political about this, but did they make jokes about like going over walls or like, we gotta bust this wall down?
No, but so there's a
You know what I mean? Like that kind of stuff.
but there was this.
Okay.
I think it kind of teetered the line. Like I can't remember exactly what it was, but there was.
She
read the
keeps
line.
calling
Spoilers.
a Latino guy that works for her
Sanchez.
and he's like, that's not my name, and she keeps calling him Sanchez, and then it gets to a point where he's like, where he stands up to her to help in a situation, and he goes, I told you my name isn't Sanchez, it's Ernesto Gutierrez de la Cruz Rosas Guayabero.
Right.
And then he but it's done so like heavy-handedly cheesy that it doesn't feel like a real moment. It feels like this.
It didn't feel genuine.
No.
It came across more cringy.
It's more
than
and more of
anything.
it's more like a gag, and it's that kind of stuff.
Okay.
And she's just kind of like, we'll just find another Sanchez, right?
Right.
So it's just kind of like, I don't know. It didn't work, and I understand.
Yeah.
And there's the whole thing like, well, we live on. They do kind of say the thing about like, we live on this side of the wall, and all the rich people are over there, and all the white characters are rude to him. Like he goes to this place, and the receptionist is white, and she's like, Jamie. He's like, I said my name's Kaiman. She's like, okay, Jamie, sit over there, kind of thing.
Okay.
So it's that kind of
there
stuff.
is-
That I
So
was
it's like real life, how Mick treats us when he comes here.
Just,
Exactly.
it's never recorded.
So it was that stuff that I was like, I get what you're trying to do, but it didn't. I don't think it made the movie better. I think it just kind of made it be like, okay, I know what you're trying to do.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
Okay.
Anyway, that'll do it for Blue Beetle. Is there anything else? Tomorrow, Gamescom is going to do the Rebel Moon.
Gamescom.
Sorry.
Con.
Yeah, Gamescom. Like
Gamescom. It's in Europe, right?
Yeah,
the one in Europe.
It's Gamescom.
it was like con, like Gamescom. Like,
And then I'll kill
we
you.
just watched Blue Beetle. Con, like gone.
Oh, gone.
Games gone. You know,
Yeah.
with something else.
No,
Games
good.
with something else.
Yeah, with whatever you want.
Yeah, with Rebel Moon, with
Rebel
Zack
Moon.
Snyder.
That's
Yeah,
a new trailer.
So Gamescom is tomorrow, and that's where we're
Which
going to
is-
get our first Zack Snyder trailer for Rebel Moon and a special announcement. I assume he's announcing the game.
Video game, yeah.
So that'll be kind of interesting.
That's
Is this the Candy Crush game?
yeah, Rebel Crush.
the mobile. Yeah.
Yeah, so
game.
we'll see. I don't know what exactly it'll entail, but
Hey.
there's going to be something.
I'm just happy we're going to be able to see something that moves. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like we've seen a lot of still shots that look beautiful, but I want to see like what the world looks like, you know,
good.
or spaceships or whatever. But Molten Sword.
Can't wait to trash this trailer.
Me
dude.
too. Me
Hey,
too.
I will tell you this.
It's
Zack
so
Snyder
fun.
said,
It's so
he's
fun.
like, anytime you make a movie with spaceships, people are inevitably going to compare it to Star Wars and say it's a ripoff of Star Wars. And he's like, and I'm totally fine with that. But he's
Of course,
like,
he's
I think,
fine with it. He's doing that.
but he says, what I think is
doing.
what I think people are going to realize is that there's some really cool, unique stuff in this that he's like, I'm excited for people to see. So I'm excited for it. There's going to be some good stuff.
I think it's going to look cool, and I hope it looks cool because I think when you go
Yeah.
to a Gamescom event, you get a bunch of gamers. So hopefully everyone's all stoked to watch the stream and stuff like that and
Yeah.
see everything.
What time does
New.
it start?
I don't know. It's in Europe, so it's probably going to be early.
11. I thought I saw something like 11 Pacific time, but I didn't know if that was
Probably.
when the trailer
Probably.
drops or is that when the whole thing event opens.
It would
'Cause
probably-
it-
No. The event's usually all day.
What
So
is
it'd
it?
be 8
So I don't know
hours.
anything about it. It's like Comic Con. Is it like where
It's
they,
more like PAX.
It's more like Comic Com.
I'm saying,
Good job.
do they have like?
It's more like PAX where you get to play games and they have like tournaments and stuff like that.
Yeah, but do they have like a
The-
main stage where they do presentations and
yeah.
stuff?
Yeah, they'll have like a main stage and they'll have like, what are they called? Panels.
Are there any games that you are excited that they're going to reveal there?
No reveals, but I am eager to learn more about some games that are coming out. What was that? There were some rumors about the Star Wars open world game that came out. So I'm interested to see if anyone says anything about that. They probably won't because that would be in like Disney's area. But like, there's a new game called Wayfinders, and that came out this last week. And so maybe they'll have some stuff on that because they've done an awful job at releasing their new game. The servers are terrible and everyone's not happy. So hopefully they can do some stuff. Hopefully they have a presence there. But yeah, I don't know. I think another reveal is going to be Counter-Strike 2. Counter-Strike is one of the biggest, longest standing first-person shooters for PCs out there, and they're trying to make CSGO basically obsolete and make CS Counter-Strike 2. And so that comes from Valve. They're in Seattle. They're a Seattle-based company, and they I think they're going to come out with something tomorrow.
Man, what's the last game that they released?
Well, so their last technical game was probably Half-Life Alyx, which was the Half-Life game, but like VR, where like you use your hands and you're trying to problem solve. It's kind of like, think of like Myst, but you get to do stuff in live action, like do puzzles with VR. How cool would that have been to have a Myst VR experience? That would have been sick to do like puzzles and stuff. That's kind of what Half-Life Alyx was. It was more of like a demo, but than a full game. But it was a cool, very cool experience for VR, just kind of showing you what's possible in VR. And so Valve is one of those companies that they just keep everything real close to the hip. They don't like to talk too much,
Yeah.
and then they'll just drop something crazy. Like no one's even knows, but then they'll just all of a sudden just drop it.
Oh my gosh, look at that turd. Drop that turd.
Yeah, we've been working out for 6 years.
I'd love to see like a Left 4 Dead 3 or Portal 3. Like
they have some of the most iconic games for PC, and it's just like people just are begging for it.
Yeah.
Like Team Fortress, Dota, Dota 2. These are like some of the biggest games out there ever, and so we'll see. That's just the rumor, though. But the rumor has been basically CS2 will take over CS:GO's place officially for tournaments and professional esports. And so, working at Cloud9, we're looking to kind of watch and see when did they make the switch? When does our team switch over to this new game?
Yeah.
And so they said it's supposed to be at the end of summer, but
Where do you watch this thing? Is it on
just on
YouTube
Twitch,
or?
YouTube. I think it'll be on both, probably Twitch and YouTube. I know normally it's on Twitch, but probably YouTube. Gamescom. And you'll find it. Hey, you'll probably find it too.
Pan?
Pan or Pam?
Pan?
Pan? Yes. No, I don't know. We'll see.
Any Nintendo stuff you think will drop? Or does Nintendo not usually do it?
Oh, speaking of Nintendo, and I don't know if it was true or not, but I saw that the voice actor for Mario is retiring.
Yeah,
Is that true?
Charles Martinet is stepping down.
Dang.
Thanks a lot, Chris Pratt. You put him in the grave.
That's what I'm saying. Hey, but Nintendo said he will continue to be an ambassador.
Yeah, but he's not. He's not working on the new game. And apparently, people were like, "The new Mario sounds a little strange."
Yeah.
And then I just saw that people were commenting. So that's why.
Yeah, that's right.
I knew it. I knew it. His name was different.
Hashtag not my Mario.
Yeah, crazy.
It's a Mario. That's not the voice, but I've been working on it.
A real comment I saw, they were like, they should just record his voice and have him do it with AI for the rest of his life. And I was like, yeah, go yourself.
Whoa! Shoot! Yeah, go yourself.
People are crazy, dude.
There's a kids show. We got kids listening.
I get it. Because you could do that, but it's
like,
not
why?
Perfect. It's not perfect, and it's also it doesn't like lend itself to innovation.
Yeah. You can't have the same
furthering
Mario
creativity.
voice forever.
Yeah, he's probably going to be the best Mario of all time. You know what I mean? Like if
no one else can go, woohoo!
yeah, just classic.
just did.
Gosh, dang.
Okay, call me up, Nintendo.
Dang, you just replaced him.
Who's doing it now?
Let's go.
That
I
just
don't
sounds
know.
just like
Josh, do you know
smokes.
who's doing it?
No idea.
Is it you?
you sound
It is
just
me.
like him, dude. And people are
Well,
me,
guys, I'd
Mario.
like to announce this is my last week doing the podcast.
Right.
Moving on to
Could
bigger,
you just
better
do it
things.
as Mario though? That'd be great.
yeah, dude.
Can you say anything but?
Okay, that's it.
Okay.
That's all he says. He doesn't say a little bit about Ahsoka in the Mario voice and see how you can do it.
The Mario doesn't say anything else.
The
That's
Mario.
You're not
doesn't
saying
say-
like Mario.
The Mario doesn't say nothing else.
thing. No, that's racist. Sorry, bro. I'm not gonna do that.
I mean, he talks a lot in the movie.
I just got a job as the voice actor for Mario. I'm not getting canceled. All right.
Yeah, bro. Stop baiting him.
Smart.
You know what? I think they are working on a Mario game, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
wow.
It's the Mario one.
I
Or
think,
the elephant one. Boop.
yeah, I think I'm going to be able to play it at PAX.
Nice.
Sick,
So I'm
dude.
going to PAX in 2 weeks.
Be sure to complain about the voice when you do play.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to do.
Like I noticed that he doesn't sound the same.
Hey,
What's
see if
going
the
on?
Rebel Moon game's there.
Not a fan. Yeah, I don't think so. Well, who's the
I don't know yet.
game studio?
I thought I sent it to you, but
Okay. Well, I know one of them was like a sketchy kind of mobile.
nah.
It's like one of those.
I don't think
Chinese
it's a it might be a mobile game. I don't think it was. So.
Yikes.
Yikes. Strike
We'll see.
three.
We'll see. But yeah, I'm excited for PAX. That'll happen in 2 weeks. Gonna go have a little trip down there with the homies and try out some games. We got that special Nintendo pass, so we get access to the Nintendo area.
And the new console as well.
Yeah.
Nintendo Pyramid.
Yeah, and have some fun. It'll be cool. Hopefully there's some cool new games. Looking forward to it.
What are the chances it's called Nintendo Switcheroo?
Happy pretty bad.
No?
What are the chances?
The chances
what
are
the
high.
chances? High?
Yes or no, man?
Yes or no? Oh man, I'm gonna go no.
Well, hold on. Let me help you with this. We got the Wii. We got the Wii.
You.
And then we got the Switch. Roo.
I would put money on Switch U. Switch U.
I think a Roo.
Roo's looking good.
Switcho.
There's probably a Switcharu. Probably something in
It
Japanese.
probably is something.
That was Japanese.
Switcharu. Switcharu.
Aru probably means something.
Yeah, Aru.
you know?
Like Aru.
Yeah. Probably, yeah.
No?
Yeah. Japanese listeners, if you guys can let us know what he just
What
said.
does Aru mean?
Hopefully it wasn't a
Cuss word, yeah.
What is Aru?
Hopefully I didn't say Corey's favorite word.
In Japanese.
Japanese.
Frick.
That'd be crazy, dude.
What are the chances? But yeah.
On that note,
We're going to switcheroo out of here.
You're gonna switch the
Thanks so
room.
much for hanging out with us. Make sure you follow us on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. We'll be back next week with the first episodes of Ahsoka and our reaction to that. So check out the Nerd Age podcast. See you later.
See ya.
Bye.